Hello everyone, my name is Michael Flynn, and today I'm going to be giving a short video demonstration of my final prototype. So my final prototype was designed to simplify the task of sharing music over Spotify. So this is a task I chose to go with because there have been multiple times where I would want to send a song to a friend, but they, for some reason, even though we're both Spotify users, there's no direct line to send the song in app and have a conversation in app. We would have to go to the song options, copy the link, and then navigate to another messaging app in order to send the song. So the idea of this redesign was to conduct everything all in-app in Spotify. So to start off, I'll show basically here's a mock-up conversation of what the actual chat room would look like. The design was inspired somewhat by the Instagram chat room design, so it's very similar to that, providing some consistency with other messaging apps that users are likely used to have using. Um, so first, right, so we can see, yep, so recipient messages, the person you're communicating with are going to be on the left, while the sender's messages are going to be on the right side as traditional and consistent. Um, and so to start off, so this would be an example of where us, as the user, sent to a friend this song recommendation. So this is what it would look like from our end after having sent this song. And so we can go ahead and interact with this. So we can play the song here. And we can pause that there. And then if we like the song, right, we can go ahead and we can like the song. So this feature would automatically add the song to the shared playlist. Um, and so another feature that we can do here is actually, if we want to, we can press this arrow button to navigate to the album that the song came from. So once we're in this screen here, we can go ahead and we can go and look at the options. And so now this top option was a new feature that we added. So the bottom two options for copying the song link and embedding the track, those were already available for Spotify users. So this was the new addition. And so by clicking this here, this brings us to our chat where we can actually send the song. So we don't actually demonstrate going through choosing the contacts and that process of everything, but that is how the user would go about doing that. We still allow, if the user wants to, we can still copy the link and we get notification, instant feedback that the link was copied, and then they can leave the Spotify app and go ahead and send that. So another thing that we added here was if we click out of that, we also changed the menu bar here at the bottom. So the current Spotify app actually only has these four options. So for home, search, library, and create. And so we added this additional option of messages, which when we click on that, it brings us back to our message. Um, and then, yeah, and if we go back here, right, just for a little bit more looking at this in depth. So we chose the symbol as well as being an envelope. So similar with what the user would interpret for messages, and it really fits the theme well. But if we go back to our messages tab, so another thing that we added here is this messages expire in 24 hours notice. So this is something that was brought up by during our evaluation survey. One user brought up that, well, it might not be valuable to have a messaging feature like this because it might contain a lot of extra data to an already heavily populated app like a music database like Spotify. So we implemented this message expiration feature because that is also used by a lot of messaging apps currently. The default settings for that will be 24 hours, 7 days, and 30 days, and the users will have the ability to toggle that. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate. So if we want to get out of this page for our chat, we can go ahead and press this backspace, and this brings us now to our contacts and also settings page. So uh, the only user that's currently accessible right now for the purpose of this demonstration is our friend Bob. So again, if we go ahead and click his name, it'll bring us back to our chat with him. But if we go back and we can actually go to this chat settings here, And so now in this, we have several options for, as I was saying before, the message expire feature. We can go ahead and pick how long we want our messages to remain. And then these other two features are not yet built out, but this will allow you, the online status will allow users to, yeah, just state different online inactive away that they can set that if they want to. And then for contacts, this would allow users to choose how their are implemented. So they can either be added automatically through phone contacts if because Spotify accounts are connected by phone number. So Spotify will automatically recognize if one of their phone contacts has a Spotify account and will automatically add them into their contacts list. Alternatively, the user could go ahead and actually type in their username to add them. So that could be done here with the add new contacts and search for contacts as well. Although these features are not actually yet built out for the purpose of this prototype. Um, so one last thing too, if we go back to our messages, then we also just added the Spotify logo here, which will bring users back to the homepage of Spotify. And then again, we have our menu bar here, and we can just interact or go back here to the actual messaging page. So some things we'd also like to add at some point that aren't currently implemented here as well will be emoji reactions. So where users can actually like double click on a message or hold down the message and then have several emoji options that pop up and they can react to those. Um, the prototype also does not allow users to currently actually type in this box, but that's something again that we would also implement and then also the feature of group chats as well is something that we would plan to implement. But overall, this is what the actual interface looks like. So please feel free to let me know if you have uh, any input for further improvements as we continue through the design lifecycle. So thank you for listening.